Boom, it is showtime. Alright, guys, we're back at you once again with another podcast. We are back. And I guess as far as what we're going to talk about today, we'll start off with the WWE 2021 Hall of Fame. There's
2021 Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, they announced quite a few people. So we're going to get into that. We'll talk a little bit about that. Maybe get into some other things. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so coming into the Hall of Fame, and I know you've talked about this quite a few times, actually, over the years, saying, you know, why isn't Molly Holly in the fucking Hall of Fame?
Yeah,
well,
it's like
here she is.
Fucking 2-3 years ago, she should have been in the Hall of Fame.
Well, I agree with you. You know,
like, you know, I mean, I for sure think she should have went in before the damn Bella twins.
Right. Well, at least she's going in now.
Who was it last year? Was it Bella's last year? Who was the year before that?
I don't remember. I don't even keep up with the Hall of Fame, to be honest with you.
I don't either. I mean, like I said,
I think about the Hall of Fame is about as much as I put on my fucking socks. I really don't care. You know? I mean, I think it's cool in a way, but at the same time, I really don't care. You know.
I mean, like wrestling today is just not.
Right,
how it was for us, like it was years ago.
It's lost its flavor. It's the good old days are like over, and they don't seem to ever want to come back for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just wrestling in the '90s and early 2000s was fucking awesome.
Not just '90s and 2000s, but like late '80s wrestling.
Yeah, late '80s was great.
I can remember watching wrestling all my life. It's like I never thought. You know, 80s, 90s, 2000s. You know, if somebody would have told me in those years that, hey, you're going to wind up hating wrestling one day, I would tell them, you're out of your mind. Yeah. There's no way I'll never stop watching wrestling.
Yeah, and guess what? You probably stopped watching modern day wrestling.
It's probably, I probably have not really kept up with wrestling now for probably I don't even know.
Well, other than like NWA, you know,
NWA Power. I keep up a little bit with, you know, I watch a little bit from AEW, but as far as catchy, like, you know, it ain't like it was. Like,
no, definitely not.
Like when they'd have, you know, Monday Night Raw. It's like, oh man, that whole day Monday, you're just like, oh man, Monday Night Raw.
Right. I remember every week you would come over and you would watch wrestling at my house Monday nights. And you know what? I really regret not fucking breaking out the camera and just filming, you know, footage of the wrestling and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why. I don't know. We never really did any of that, and I don't know why, because we watched plenty of wrestling in the late 90s.
Yeah. I mean, hell, dude. I want to say probably from, man, as far back as I can remember, fully watching wrestling, did not miss really one show. I would have to say probably like late 80s and 90s. I mean, I did not ever miss an episode of wrestling, whether it be WWF Superstars, you know, WCW Saturday Night, WCW Worldwide. Hell, they had other wrestling shows on for a while. They had like GWF and USWA. And it's just like, man, you know, it got so great because, you know, you had WCW making big, ECW. And you thought, man, the good days of wrestling, and it's just like, next thing you know, they're all out of business. All there is WWF or WWE. And it's just, you know, it's just like Vince doesn't even care. It's just like, oh, we're the only wrestling company. Let's just do the same stupid, shitty storylines week after week.
Yeah, I don't even know because I don't watch the new product at all.
Yeah,
you know, I don't even.
I tell you that the last time I watched a wrestling match was when had Brock Lesnar squash Kofi Kingston in 9 seconds to win the belt. when I saw that I was just like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
That's what really bothers me about wrestling today. It's like they just keep relying on part-timers, over-the-hill has-beens. It's like they don't try to, like, you know, they got so much great talent. You know, there's some guys on the roster that man, if you put them in the main event spot, man, you know, if people be like, hell yeah, let's go watch this.
Nah, they'd rather have Goldberg fucking wrestling.
Yeah, they'd rather have Goldberg or Mr. Only Two-Move Brock Lesnar come in and hold the championship for ransom like he did. Fucking taking it home and going home and sitting at home for months and months and then come out just to cut a promo and then sit home for another 2 months and be like, oh, we're going to have you defend the title.
Yeah, ain't that the shits. Yeah, wrestling is, yeah. I miss the 90s.
I do too.
I'm glad at least I got all the footage that I did recorded in the wrestling of like family videos and whatnot, but and hanging out and playing video games. But
like I said, I probably got boxes and boxes. I don't know if they'd be any good anymore. They've been sitting out in the shed for years, but I mean, I have probably boxes of wrestling tapes from back in the 90s when I was recording every Monday Night Raw and every WCW Nitro and every Thunder and every WCW Saturday Night.
Well, how many boxes do you think you have?
I know for a fact I got at least one pretty good size like wooden box.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. The next time if you ever get a chance to come hang out with me, you know, come visit me. Bring that damn box, and I'll transfer all that fucking shit onto my computer, and then
that's if, dude. That's if they're still any good.
Right. Well, I mean,
I went through one little box of VHS tapes one day out there.
Right.
And like they all had like green. They all had like mold inside the tape.
Oh yeah. Well, then they're fucked then, pretty much. I would assume. But if not, whatever ones don't have mold or nothing, man, bring them. Yeah. If you ever come to visit me, man, come bring them. I'll transfer them to my computer.
Yeah.
And we'll have that old school shit.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know what I have out there. Like, I could have matches.
You probably got some rare gems in those boxes on those VHS tapes, man.
Yeah.
That you'll never see.
In like the mid '90s. I recorded basically like when I got a VCR. That was the one thing I always did in the '90s. I recorded like just every time a wrestling show came on, I would record.
Oh, I know, dude. You were all over that.
Yeah.
You would record and watch wrestling like obsessively.
The reason I haven't messed with those VHS tapes because I don't have a VCR anymore. My last VCR burned up on me and.
Yeah.
It pissed me off too because it burned up one of my favorite freaking tapes.
Oh yeah.
My original VHS copy of Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, well, you could probably get it on DVD.
I have it on DVD, but I don't. The original VHS had the original sound in it. Like the DVD, all the sounds are like different, just like how they did Terminator.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would they do that?
I don't know, but they changed, like, the tire squeal and the sounds of the engine. It's like, what the fuck? That didn't sound like that back in the day.
Yeah, I hate when they do that with certain movies. They'll change, like, the gunshot sounds or just take out music.
You watch the original VHS tape of the Terminator, you hear the shotgun blast and they sound badass, and you buy it, you get it on DVD and they sound like freaking laser guns. Like,
yeah, it sounds like like this pop art bullshit, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You fucking destroyed Terminator because of that, you stupid fucks.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why, hey, if anybody watching this, if you think, if you don't think that, go on YouTube and type in the Terminator VHS shotgun blast and compare that to the DVD shotgun blast, because those two videos are up on YouTube. I watch the VHS one all the time and listen to the sounds of those fucking shotguns. Then go watch the DVD and listen to them. They sound like fucking laser guns.
Yeah, it's trash. Hopefully, if the original Terminator gets like a nice treatment, I'm hoping maybe like Shout Factory or Scream Factory gets the rights to it, and they can keep the original gunshot sounds in the motherfucker and not that altered fucking pop art bullshit that I don't like. You know,
I tell you what, Ken, next time I'm gonna find, I don't know if I'll ever be able to find another original VHS copy of Smokey the Bandit. That was the one tape that pissed me off, that when the VCR burnt up, that fucking tape burnt up with it.
Yeah. Oh,
that was crazy. I mean, it didn't like, I was watching the movie, all of a sudden I just hear the VCR start going, and the fucking thing just started smoking.
Damn.
I'm like, whoa. I jumped up, unplugged it, fucking ran it outside, and like, I was scared the damn thing was like on fire or something. I didn't want it catching on fire in my trailer here, so I ran the damn thing outside, threw it, and I was just like, made sure it was out, and I tried to get my damn fucking tape out of it, and the tape was destroyed. I was like, that's great.
Ain't that about a bitch?
Had that VHS tape for 20 years.
Well, that's about
probably even more. I bought it at a damn Goodwill when I lived in Michigan still.
Well, that's about all they last, is only about 20, maybe 30 years. That's why you got to transfer that shit over onto your computer. You know, that's what I did with my home videos, man, years ago, because eventually I knew they would go bad and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, and
I did. Because now when I watch Smokey the Bandit, whether it be on I have the DVD of it, and you can find bits and pieces on YouTube.
Yeah.
But the car sounds are just not the same.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they, like I said, they do that with some movies here and there. They'll add things, and I don't know. It's just weird. You know, it's just like, leave the shit alone. Don't fucking alter. They did that with the movie E.T. Where the cops had guns, and then like another version, they had the cops. They changed to the flashlights. This was CGI.
Oh my God.
It's like, leave the fucking shit alone, people. Don't fucking alter your bull. Just like George Lucas in the Star Wars movies. Somebody's, let's see, calling in. Oh, well. I'm in the podcast, man. I can't fucking...
It's a podcast, motherfuckers. You don't call in. You don't call in on a podcast.
Yeah. You don't call in on a podcast, motherfucker. But yeah, like George Lucas, he made those special editions of the Star Wars films, and I think for the most part it was fucked up garbage. A lot of it was trash. Now some of the new footage was good. Some of the stuff that he did was good, but a lot of it I thought was just total bullshit. I didn't like a lot of it that he did, those 90s special editions. Which pissed me off, man. I'm like, fuck this. But going back to what we originally started here.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry that we got way off topic here, but
we're not going off topic. We're just jumping around. That's all good.
Yeah.
Molly Holly. She was Molly Holly in the Hall of Fame, and it says that she was a 2-time WWE Women's Champion and a one-time WWF Hardcore Champion. Is going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that Hardcore Championship thing, man. God, you remember that? They had the Hardcore Championship, and it was a 24/7 title, which, like, basically, it's like like the championship. It's like they're doing now with they brought that a title back called it the 24/7 title,
Right.
and it's basically like, but it's nothing like how they had when they had the hardcore title, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was just so funny how that title would change hands. And at WrestleMania 15, I believe it was not 15. Was it 15?
I don't know.
Man, I'm trying to remember. It was one of no.
I don't know, bro.
I want to say 18. It was WrestleMania 18 is when they were having the title passed around, and like the Hurricane wound up winning it, and like Molly's standing there with them, like, come on, let's go. And as soon as she turns to go, she pulls out a frying pan and leveled him with it, and pinned him, won the hardcore title, ran off. And then, like, later on in the night, when just as she was getting ready to exit the building, she was running through a doorway, and somebody, like, threw the door shut on her, and it clocked her and knocked her out.
Yeah.
And it was Christian.
Nice.
who came in, you know, with the referee, 1, 2, 3, won the hardcore title, and just as he thought he was going to leave the building that night with the title, he got rolled up by Maven as he was getting into a cab.
Nice.
So Maven beat him, took the title, and took his cab and left.
Hey.
Hey, now that was cool. That shit back in the day was cool.
And also
But
yeah.
like I said, I remember Molly Holly winning the hardcore title.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's cool. And she seems like a super nice person too in real life.
Yeah. And dude, you know what? Like, I'm sure you know this, but I had back in the early 2000s, I probably had the biggest crush on Molly Holly. Like, to me, I thought she was so beautiful back in the day. Like, that long blonde hair, that outfit that they had her wear, and she come out, you know, she could, you know, and not only that, she could wrestle her ass off in that ring.
You and like a million other guys probably loved her back then. But you know what's? I like her better with her dark hair. I didn't care for the blonde hair too much, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, you know, hearing one of her interviews, that was her whole reason why she shaved her head, because she, you know, that dark hair, that was her natural hair color.
Right.
The WWE wanted her to be a blonde, so she had to keep, you know, bleaching her hair and stuff to, you know, keep it blonde. And she said by the time you know, her hair was so, you know, jacked up from all the bleach and, you know, stuff, that she just figured, you know what, Vince was going to post the match on Sunday Night Heat, but Molly agreed that if they let him have the match at WrestleMania, she would shave her head.
Right.
And that's why when she shaved it, you know, she was able to grow it back in. It was like a fresh new set of hair. It was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I bet she was glad she didn't have to keep bleaching that.
Yeah. Dude, you know what? Molly Holly is always going to go down as the only woman in WWE history at WrestleMania had her head shaved completely bald.
Right on.
Yeah.
And let's see here. We got former Vice President WCW's Eric Bischoff. He's going in the Hall of Fame.
Nah.
You know what? He was pretty good in WCW.
Yeah, I mean...
Remember when he was challenging Vince McMahon to wrestle him and shit? You know, back in the 90s? He's like, come on, Vince, I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. You know what, though?
This motherfucker had balls, dude.
Eric Bischoff, they said at one point he didn't even care about his own fucking wrestling company. Like, all he cared about was beating Vince McMahon every week in the ratings.
Which he did for a long time.
Yeah, until Vince, you know, started, you know, he turned the cornerstone in the WWE when he, he started shutting down all the stupid ass gimmicks and stuff, and bringing out look, you have one Stone Cold, The Rock.
Oh yeah.
All those guys started
coming in.
It was like everybody was forgetting, like, oh look, the other wrestling show has Hogan, Flair, Sting,
and then
Luger,
isn't that when he brought in the fucking Attitude Era and shit?
Yeah.
That
was the reason for the Attitude Era.
Because of that Vince. Yeah, because of Eric.
Vince just got to a point of like, okay, Eric, you think you're doing good? Well, guess what?
It's game on.
Ready for the bang. Get ready for the bang.
Game really on, and they're lucky they had because WCW got rid of Stone Cold, but he wasn't known as Stone Cold at the time.
Not only Stone Cold, but they got rid of Stone Cold and Mick Foley.
Right, and WWF got those boys, and they really pushed them. They got
and guess who also got their start in WCW and then wound up going to WWF and blowing up big time was Triple H.
Oh yeah, true. Triple H.
He got his start in WCW as Jean Paul Levesque.
Yeah, he was only there like a year though, something like
not
that.
Not even a year. Like, I remember him coming in and like, I want to say like.
I think he had a contract for about a year.
Yeah, but I want to say he came in like mid '94, and by like '95 he was gone. And then like later on in '95 he showed up in WWF as Hunter Helmsley.
Hell yeah. And he made his way to the top. Well, of course he did. He's the game. It's all about the game and how you play it, just like his fucking theme song.
Hey, he made his way to the top by getting on top of Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, it's all about the game and how you play it. Good one.
You know what? I want to ask you something straight up.
Yeah.
If Triple H would not have married Stephanie McMahon and all that shit, where do you think he would be like who he is right now?
No. Definitely not. He would have never made it as far as he did.
He would have been gone.
Yeah, if he wasn't like a kiss ass before he was with the boss's daughter to Shawn Michaels and all that.
Yeah, he got his role in WWF by fucking kissing Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall asses and carrying their bag.
Exactly. He was playing kiss ass with these guys, and hey, like his theme song says, it's all about the game, dude.
Hey,
you play
it's just like look at what happened. Once Nash left, once Hall left, once Shawn basically retired. Look at look at Triple H's career. He tried to start. Oh, I'll start my own DX with X-Pac and the New Age Outlaws.
Right. It's
and
crazy.
it's like when all that was failing, and he knew he was about ready to be out the fucking door. It's like, oh, hey Stephanie, how you doing?
Exactly. So he was fortunate.
Everybody out there wants to say, oh no, everybody says, oh, he got that way with his ability. No, he got there by fucking Stephanie McMahon.
Exactly.
And he might have got into wrestling on his own, might have made it that far, but he only became world champion, a big star, because fuck Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, true. And he played kiss ass with Shawn Michaels and the rest of the boys. But if he was just on his own, he would have never. I don't think he would have made it.
Yeah,
definitely would have made it this far.
You know what he was? I want to say this. He was a mid-card wrestler at best.
True.
When he wrestled.
True. I mean, he was, to me, he like Bret Hart said, what has he ever done that's been great? Which is really nothing. I mean, but I won't take everything away from him. I know he loves wrestling. It's his passion.
I understand. He's trying to do good things in NXT. I get all that, but
he's not all bad. He seems like a nice person in real life too.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying that it's like you said, like his theme song. He knows how to play the game.
Right.
He knew how to get himself to the top without working, the fastest way possible.
Right. It's all about the game.
Yeah, maybe at top he's trying to do good things, but it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what he does. I'm always going to remember him for, always think about the only way he got to where he's at right now is because of Stephanie McMahon.
Well, yeah, as far as where he's at now, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows that shit,
Yeah, everybody might know it, but not a lot of people. I guess, like, I listen to a lot of stuff about him, and everybody's always scared to say, hey, Triple H got this because of Stephanie. It's like, yeah.
True. But anyways, also, Kane is going into the Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah, the big red machine.
Yeah, big dude. It's good to see him going in there. He's let's see, it says he's a one-time WWF champion, one-time World Heavyweight champion, one-time ECW champion.
Yeah, he beat Chavo Guerrero for the championship in 13 seconds.
Right on. Also, it says he's a one-time WWF Hardcore champion.
Yeah.
He says he one-time 24/7 champion.
Yeah, that was not too long ago, I heard, but that was retarded.
Two-time WWE Tag Team champion.
Yeah, with his brother, The Undertaker.
It says 9-time World Tag Team champion. And
shit. Oh, because he's won the belt with several. Like, he won the belt with Undertaker a couple times. He won it with RVD and X-Pac and I'm trying to remember who else he won the
that's
tag
crazy,
titles
man.
with.
I mean, he's been around a long time, dude. He's also it says he's a one-time WCW Tag Team champion.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. So he's been around a long time. Even before he was Kane, he was wrestling.
Yeah, he was the fake Diesel, and before that he was Dr. Isaac Yankem, DDS.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, he's been around. But the Kane character fit him perfect.
Yeah. Dude, do you remember when they debuted Kane?
No.
It was in '97. It was at a pay-per-view called Bad Blood. It was the first ever Hell in a Cell match between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
And right when Undertaker was about to defeat Shawn, the lights go out and you hear that infamous and you'll never forget Vince's reaction when Kane, he's like, that's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane!
Fucking 97, man. Did you say it was 97?
Yeah, it was, man. I want to say October of 97.
Fucking great years.
He debuted. And dude, when he came out in that outfit that he wore, and fucking ripped the door off the cage, went in there and wound up just did one move. He did the fucking tombstone to the Undertaker, and that's all he did.
Nice.
Yeah. And you know what? That was the best gimmick change for Glenn Jacobs.
Kick ass, man. Yeah, he did a hell of a job. And let's see. Also, the great Khali is going into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, God dang.
He's a one-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Thank God. Thank God he was only a...
He's a big motherfucker. He's a big motherfucker. I remember he was in that Adam Sandler movie.
Oh yeah, when he was like, oh my balls.
Right. And when I first seen him in that Adam Sandler movie, I was like, damn, that's a big built motherfucker, man. Shit.
Yeah.
He looks crazy.
He had a great look. He had. I mean, like you said, he was big, but when it just came to wrestling, he sucked. Like, I mean, you watch him. All he did was like he would throw headbutts or throw a chop, and
Right.
like everybody would be blasting on him, and he would just stand there and like no sell it. It's like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
and even I remember, I think what was one of the Royal Rumbles. He came in and he came in, started throwing his headbutts, and like people were just booing the shit out of him and like yelling, like you hear chants like, "You can't wrestle, you can't wrestle."
Yeah. Well, that's too bad, but yeah, I mean, he's got the size. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he had the size, and you know, I mean, he had some, you know, some good gimmicks. Like, you know, I mean, there was a few times that, but just like I said, when you know, just when it came down to wrestling, it's just like he sucked.
I hear you on that.
You know.
Well, shit happens, and also it was just announced that Rob Van Dam is going into the Hall of Fame, which is cool.
Hey, it's not just Rob Van Dam; it's Rob Van Dam.
Hell
the
yeah.
whole fucking show.
Yeah, he's a one-time WWE champion.
Yeah.
He's a one-time ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, the only wrestler in history to hold the WWE Championship and the ECW Championship at the same time.
Nice. He's also a four-time WWF Hardcore Champion.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a six-time WWE Intercontinental. What's it say? Intercontinental Champion. Intercontinental, okay. And that word threw me off. He's also a one-time WWE European Champion.
Yeah, they had a basically a champion versus champion, and whoever like basically they were gonna unify the European title with the Intercontinental title, and whoever won the European title was just going to basically be thrown on the back burner.
Oh, okay.
And Rob Van Dam won it, and he never even the only time you saw him with the European title was him, you know, like showcasing both belts after he won.
Yeah.
That was it. And after that, all you ever seen him come out with was the Intercontinental title.
And it says also he's a one-time ECW World Television Champion.
Longest reigning ECW television champion of all time. Guy went if I'm not mistaken, I think he went like a year and a half or so as ECW television champion.
Yeah.
The only reason he lost the belt because he fucking broke his leg in a match.
Oh shit.
And he basically had to forfeit it by the time he got cleared where he'd come back and wrestle again, try to win that belt back. ECW closed down.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It also says that he is a two-time ECW World Tag Team Champion.
Yeah, and guess who his partner was?
Sabu.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys were awesome, man.
Yeah, they had this tag team where they didn't really like each other. Like RVD hated Sabu and Sabu hated RVD, but when they worked in that tag team matches, they were a badass tag team.
Yeah, I mean they had some fantastic matches. I mean, I fucking loved ECW back in the day. They really brought that shit.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some hardcore stuff, man? That's it.
You know, that company made RVD because, believe it or not, Rob Van Dam actually wrestled in WCW before he started it in ECW.
Yeah.
He was known as Robbie V.
Right on.
Yeah. The only time I remember him in WCW, he's wrestling the WCW television title tournament, and he lost Kevin Nash, who was known as Vinny Vegas.
Right. And let's see, it says he's a 2006 Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah. Cashed it in and defeated John Cena, became first ever ECW and WWE World Champion.
Got that right. You don't see the fucking Great Khali with that many fucking.
No. Yeah, you look at Great Khali.
He's got one.
You see one championship.
Yeah, that's it.
You look at all these other Hall of Famers. Even Molly Holly's got more on her resume than the Great Khali.
Yeah, I mean the motherfucker has one. That's it.
Yeah, one championship title reign.
Shit. What the fuck is that, man? Shit.
Yeah, it's like you look at Rob Van Dam's resume, championship.
Yeah.
You look at like everybody else's, and you look at Great Khali, he's like one-time world champion.
I mean, fuck, dude. I think Eric Bischoff has more. I mean, look, it says he's Eric Bischoff is a one-time WCW hardcore champion.
Yeah, but
I mean,
yeah, and I mean, not only that, but look, owner, the builder of WCW, this and that. It's like, yeah, he might have one championship on his list, but hey, at least he never was a damn pro wrestler.
Right. He wasn't, he didn't have the size or build or muscle or nothing. I mean,
that's
fact, dude. That's
poor Great Khali like
I
that.
know, but it's true though, and it's fucking funny.
Yeah, I mean, sad to say, it is pretty damn funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny to say this big motherfucker only had one thing, and the rest, everybody else has a whole bunch. Kane. Look at Kane, dude. This motherfucker, it says he's SmackDown's 2010 Money in the Bank winner.
Yeah.
He's got so much under his belt. It's crazy.
He didn't win, but hell, if they would have added something in his resume, they could add that he was a runner-up in, like, I forget how many damn Royal Rumbles. Like, I know 2002, or, no, was 2002? No, 2001, he was a runner-up, and, I mean, remember, he even also had a record for the longest time of the most eliminations in one Royal Rumble.
Right on.
It was 2001, Royal Rumble, he eliminated 12 fucking people.
Yeah, man, yeah. I'm gonna go back and just watch the old school shit again, popping these DVDs
that's all I do. When I get on YouTube, when I watch wrestling, it's strictly good old days wrestling, like 90s, early 2000s wrestling. Like,
right.
I can watch that shit all day long. I can't watch wrestling today. Like,
I agree. It's
like,
horrible.
Yeah, no, sorry, not interested.
Right. Not after growing up from the fucking generation of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
I can't.
Now when you grow up in the era of, like, having great stars of, like, when you grew up, you had wrestlers like Hulk Hogan and, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
Yeah, we grew up in those times. We were there. Yeah. We watched this fucking shit as it happened.
Yeah.
And then versus now, I'm just like, what? What is this? I don't even watch this shit now. And like I said before, I don't even know who half the fucking roster is today.
Yeah. Like the only main people is like I know, like, they got fucking Roman Reigns as the world champion, or
right.
I think, like, Drew McIntyre, or no, Bobby Lashley is the other world champion, and I get little video clips pop on YouTube every now and then, like stating like Bobby Lashley has won the world title. Like, yeah, who cares? You know?
Right, I hear you, man. It's just different times. You know, it's weird. It's just
when you go back, and you watch like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock from WrestleMania 17, and then you compare that to any fucking match they have today, it's just like, yeah, there's no fucking comparison.
Yeah, the old school just rules, dude. I don't know.
Yeah. When you had Stone Cold and The Rock just go out there and for 20 minutes just beat the living shit out of each other, and both having faces full of blood, and Stone Cold whacking The Rock like 20 damn times with a steel chair.
Yeah, and nowadays, now you get this stupid fucking streaming service shit from Peacock, which will edits out a lot of shit. Yeah. You know, they're editing out anything that's, you know, like anything that triggers these fucking snowflakes, man. You know, I think that's just weird. This is why I love physical media, dude. Because you get your physical media, you pop your shit in, and that's it. You don't get that edited bullshit through streaming services and none of that. That's a topic for another, a future discussion I might, do. But this is why I'll always pick physical media over digital and streaming, because they can take it away anytime, or they can just edit out shit. Yeah. It's like, fuck off,
That's the one thing that does suck about YouTube. You'll see like a good old classic match, and you'll be like the next day you want to go back and watch that match again, and be like, oh no, it's gone, like motherfucker.
Or it's edited way down, or just it's like, fuck off. I'm just gonna pop in my old school DVDs and VHS tapes and watch the good shit there, man, because nowadays,
that's why, in a way, like I would love to find another VCR, and I want to go and watch some of my damn tapes we were talking about, because I don't even remember what's on those damn tapes. I mean, I probably have so much. I probably have hours upon hours of like. I mean, I know I got wrestling from like the
Right, the
90s. Like, 95, 96, 97.
That you don't even, people have probably never even seen.
I know I got like full, because I got full episodes of Monday Night Raw with commercials, because back in the 90s, cool. I'd have to put a tape in a VCR and just record wrestling, because it'd be like my bedtime.
See, now that's cool. I want to see that shit with the commercials, because I love seeing that extra stuff that we don't see anymore, like commercials and shit. I like when they do that with X-Play. People will post episodes of X-Play, and they'll keep the commercials in, and it just adds to that old school feeling, man, that I love. Dude, definitely. The next time, if we ever get a chance to hang out again, dude, bring that fucking box of fucking tapes. That's like gold to us. Let me transfer what I can onto the computer so that we can revisit the old days.
There's no like I said, there's no telling what I have on those tapes, man. I know,
hours and hours of wrestling, I know that.
Yeah.
From the 90s, man, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Like I said, I know. Like when I really started getting into recording wrestling was from probably from recording all the Raws and Nitros, and all this was like on the start, basically at the start of WCW Nitro.
Right, that's awesome. Oh yeah, I would love to go through and watch all that stuff again. Damn.
Because when I remember what was so cool about the way they did it, they would play WCW Nitro at the same time as Monday Night Raw. But like 2 hours later, like at I think midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning or something, they would replay WCW Nitro. And so what I would do is I would record Raw, and then like I'd have to go to bed, but I'd set my VCR at like, midnight to start recording, fucking Nitro, and that would just record all the way through until like basically, I don't know, depending on what I had it on. If I had it on, the SP or LP, hell, it would record all damn night long.
Nice. Yeah, we'll have to, like I said, if we ever hang out again, we're gonna have to go through that, box of awesomeness there, and I'll transfer what I can over onto the computer, and we'll just fucking have a retro wrestling night, man. watch that shit.
Because I mean, like I said, dude, there's no telling what I have on those tapes,
man,
bro. There's no telling.
Damn, man. I really wish I had those tapes here right now, man, because I would definitely be watching them. Because I have like 2 or 3 VHS players that work just fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, if I brought those tapes over, man, me and you would probably be just having like a damn.
I would have a ball, dude.
We would just be binge watching old school wrestling all day and night.
Right.
Be like, oh.
Did you also record all the like WWF stuff too? And what about ECW?
ECW. I might have a few tapes of ECW, but I never really. I don't know why. I just never really recorded much of ECW.
So you mostly just recorded WCW and WWF.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, because like Raw and Nitro, I recorded and then like, I would record WCW Saturday Night or or WWF Superstars or what else I have throughout the '90s. It's like they had they came out with Thunder and SmackDown.
They also had Shotgun Saturday Night.
Yeah.
That's some cool shit, man. Damn, I want to rewatch that stuff again for real, man.
I remember one of the early episodes of Shotgun Saturday Night. They showed Ahmed Johnson, Pearl River Plunge, a Nation of Domination member on the roof of a car.
Nice.
I was like, I remember that was like that had never been, now they do that kind of shit all the time, but back in, those days, they never really did shit like that. They never took shit out of the parking lot, got somebody up on a car, and then basically double underhook power bombed a motherfucker on the roof of a car. I was like, wow. I remember seeing that and going, wow, what the hell? That guy's dead.
Yeah, I mean, those were the good old days, man. Just the simple, fun days when
it's like back in those days, like it's like you had that original wrestling formula. You had good guys and you had bad guys. You had the bad guys always trying to attack and lay out the good guys, and the good guys making their big comeback, and that all lead up to like a big match. And when you're ready to see that match, you're like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, that's good times there, man.
And you don't get that with WWE today.
No, definitely not. It's lost its organic feel to it. It's just, I don't know. It's lost something that doesn't seem like it's ever going to come back either.
Yeah. It's like, I remember back in the days of old school wrestling, like when they would do, like, one thing they don't really do much of anymore, and like they don't have like the injury angles anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I don't watch the new shit, so.
Yeah, well, like like one thing I don't think they really have anymore is the big super heavyweight guys. Like the guy that used to bring in and like have them just act like monsters, like like fucking Yokozuna, like Earthquake,
right.
Fucking King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant,
Well, they got Great Khali.
Yeah.
You got like, I don't know if he still wrestles or not. To be honest, I don't think he does he?
I mean, look at some of the big super heavyweight wrestlers too. Like you had Bam, you had also Bam Bam Bigelow. You had Vader.
Yeah, I like Bam Bam. He was a cool motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, he was a crazy motherfucker, dude.
And he could move. He could move really well for a big dude.
Yeah, but dude, he had his whole top of his head tattooed.
Yeah, but he looked cool.
Who does that?
I don't know, but I mean, he looked cool.
Can you imagine the pain that would have? Like, how did that not kill him? Getting his whole damn head tattooed.
How do people get their whole body tattooed and it doesn't kill them?
Yeah, the body is one thing. Getting the top of your fucking head.
No.
Like.
I don't think it's as bad as what you may think.
Yeah, I'm just surprised me how the ink didn't go in and fucking, affect his brain, because it's like,
maybe
that's
it
your
did.
Fucking brain right there, dude.
I mean, maybe it did, I don't know, but that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think I want,
But I'm saying Bam Bam was truly a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was a wrestler that scared me back in the days.
Yeah, I mean, he was cool, man. I always liked Bam Bam, and I liked him in video games.
He had the head flames. He had the damn flame bodysuit.
He was also in a few movies back in the day.
Yeah, he was in Major Pain. You pain? I got a beef with you, Ursa.
He was also in a movie with Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah, Snake Eater 3.
Snake Eater 3.
He died a horrible death in Snake Eater 3, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking having the one guy get him drunk so he'll have to go take a piss, and then they rigged the fucking toilets so the minute he starts pissing, he just got electrocuted.
Man.
I was like,
fucking crazy.
Damn, that's bad, man.
That's pretty fucked up. But anyways, I think I want to wrap it up here. We're closing in on an hour, and I think that's about good for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, everybody. I mean, I could ramble on all night, but I don't think people want to listen to it all damn night.
Right. A good hour is good enough. But yeah, that was cool. It's a good little thing. We went over to some of the people that are going into the Hall of Fame for 2020.
Yeah, like I said, I'm happy as hell that
Molly Holly.
The Hall of Fame thing's a joke, but at least finally, Molly Holly gets her fucking place.
Yeah. She's going in, son. She's going in.
Yeah.
Which is cool, man. It's well deserved, she's been around a long time.
Yeah.
What year did she start wrestling, by the way? Do you remember?
Hell, I mean, I remember her working in WCW in like 99.
Yeah, it says WCW as Miss Madness.
Yeah, she
Mona?
was. And Macho Man had like a group called Team Madness, and he had like Molly Holly come out as like Miss Madness, was like a pageant, had like a dress and the staff saying Miss Madness, and he had Medusa. Basically, Molly Holly and Medusa, their job was to train the other chick that Macho was dating at the time, George or Gorgeous George or whatever the fuck, trying to take off the damn name from the legendary wrestler Gorgeous George.
I don't know, but it says she was in WCW from 1999 to 2000.
Yeah, 2000, and she left, and then
she went to WWF.
I think in October, November, she started in WWE.
Nice.
Yeah, she was introduced as a third Holly cousin.
Yeah, that's over 20 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see her in there.
Yeah. Talking about Molly Holly so much, I think I'm gonna later on when we get done with this and whatever. I think I'm gonna we might watch a nice little marathon of Molly Holly matches tonight.
Kick ass, man. Hell yeah. That's another thing. How come WWE's never put out a fucking DVD of Molly Holly? Either like, I don't know, a documentary or a match compilation? What's up with that?
I don't know, but she never got anything in WWE. Like, the only thing I remember she ever got was she got a wrestling figure.
Yeah.
She never got like a shirt or any kind of merchandise. Nothing. Like no DVD, nothing. All she got was a damn figure.
Yeah, that's weird. You would think that they would have at least did like a match compilation DVD with her, you know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, if they did like a documentary on Molly, it would be a fucking great one because she had a great career.
Yeah, I would definitely buy it. I love docs, and But WWE.
Show her how, I mean, dude, they could showcase her whole career from WCW to when she started in WWE, and then later on when she, did the dark hair and the fucking white and black outfit.
Yeah.
You know.
They could, but I don't know. When it comes to their DVDs, it seems like they don't know what they're doing. You know, a lot of wrestlers don't get DVDs that should get a DVD, like Bam Bam Bigelow. He never got a fucking DVD either.
Yeah.
You know, which is weird, man. I just don't understand. But they'll give fucking Vader's another one. But they'll give John Morrison a fucking DVD.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, are you kidding me?
They'll give the Bellas a fucking DVD. It's like,
did they give the Bellas a DVD?
Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
I don't think they did. I'm not sure, but I don't think they did. But I'm sure it's coming. They always seem to give the wrong.
They went from wrestling to being on. It was like, oh look, Total Divas, now Total Bellas, and let's just keep fucking shoving the Bellas down everybody's throats.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's just weird how they do things. I just don't get it. You know, so many things that WWE could be doing, and they just not doing it. That's really weird.
So many different wrestlers that they could give a DVD video of. It's like you got so many legends that that have been with the company for so many years, had so many great matches that.
Right. I don't think we ever got a Ravishing Rick Rude DVD.
Nope.
We never got a Gold Dust DVD.
Nope.
We never got a Yokozuna DVD.
No.
Bam Bam Bigelow. You know.
I'll tell you another wrestler I would have liked to like if they ever did like a maybe not a documentary, but if they did like a greatest hits DVD like of wrestlers, I wouldn't mind seeing one of Tatanka.
Well, yeah, they could do one on him too, or at least a match compilation or something. It's just weird how so many wrestlers they just overlook. You know, when it comes to doing DVDs on, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's like
same thing with Andre the Giant. For the longest time, Andre the Giant never got a DVD, and finally, I don't know, many years ago, they put one of his VHS tapes on DVD, which was just a match compilation, and that was it until HBO did that documentary on him, and then they put that out on DVD. But if HBO didn't do that documentary on him, then they probably would have never done nothing with Andre the Giant. I'm thinking, what in the fuck is wrong with you?
Because Andre the Giant is, if not one of the most legends of wrestling.
Exactly.
I mean, you go back and you watch Andre the Giant any time of his. You were like, I remember growing up being just scared of Andre the Giant. Like when he
was the coolest big man. I'm telling you, in the 80s. And
there was a match Hulk Hogan had with King Kong Bundy on Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
After the match was over, Andre came in and grabbed Hogan from behind and just put him in a choke. It was just throttling, just choking the shit out of him. And they had the entire
You're going out, bro.
Huh?
I said you're going out.
What do you mean I'm going out?
I don't know. Well, not now, but a second ago I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I think because I had the phone like away from me.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, but he grabbed Hogan by the throat and was just throttling him. And they had every wrestler come out, like they had Junkyard Dog, British Bulldogs, all these wrestlers trying to pull Andre off of Hulk, and they couldn't get him. And then finally, Hacksaw Jim Duggan came in with his 2x4 and whacked him, and he finally let Hulk go and was like, "Whoa, motherfucker,"
Yeah.
Gave him that look like, "Oh shit, what have I done?"
Yeah, that's another person, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He never got a DVD either.
No,
that's fucking crazy. You know
Hacksaw Jim Duggan was fucking stupid. Is that he never won a championship in WWF. Like, the only thing he ever, won, he was, declared the king of the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, didn't he win the very first Royal Rumble?
Yeah. He won that, and he like I said, he won the king of the World Wrestling Federation, which was like a crown and a cape.
Yeah.
And he wound up having that until he lost to Macho Man, and Macho Man, that's when he became Macho King. Oh yeah!
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
You're talking about Macho Man.
Yeah.
I was talking about Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking. I was talking about Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I'm saying he lost his King of the World Wrestling Federation.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Title to Macho Man. That's what made Macho Man become Macho King.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And we'll do it again sometime. We'll be back before you know it, guys.
We'll be rambling off again, like always, people.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this another episode or another podcast, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and, that's even if anybody even listens to us. But
I it's all good. I like doing a bunch of random, videos. I got a lot going on as far as YouTube videos. So
yeah,
it's all good. Whatever they like to watch is what they like to watch.
Yeah. Hey, if you watch this podcast and you listen to the whole thing and you like it, hey, cool. If you don't, hey, it's cool too.
It's still cool either way. But anyways. Yep, that's it for now. We're out of here, and you motherfuckers have a kick-ass night.